Before the video starts, as a disclaimer, this is a remake of a previous video I made, hence the "re" in the title. Shout out my Kingdom Hearts fans. Hey y'all, it's RIKUREDFALCO, and I love Sonic Adventure 2. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and one of my favorite things about the game is how well the OST fits the stages. The stage theme seems to be telling its own story, and is the most noticeable when you're playing as Knuckles. He has the most unique themes in the game, but how good actually are they? In this video, I'm going to be ranking all the Knuckle themes in Sonic Adventure 2 and putting them on a tier list. The way they're going to be judged is based on these three factors. 1. Do they match the stage or cutscene that they appear in, and how well do they fit? 2. Does the song have any lore inside? How much lore is inside, and how important is it to the story? And 3. Overall, is it a good song, and does it have any repeat value? I'm also going to be joined by zelsharpe, as he's going to be giving his shit opinions too on the themes, and then we're just going to give him a letter rank based on Sonic Adventure 2, of course.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another RIKUREDFALCO video. It's me, zelsharpe. Go check out my channel. Really happy Riku brought me on here to rank these bangers. Without further ado, let's get it!
Alright, so we're first going to start off with Wild Canyon, the first Knuckles stage you play in Sonic Adventure 2. I like this stage. It's short, it's sweet, and that's very interesting gimmick with the bug air. What? I meant big air vac in the middle. What? Funny enough, that's the same way I described the actual song. It has the shortest track coming in at 3:15. It has a lot of space in the middle. But what it does has is pretty good. And by the way, just because it's short doesn't mean that's inherently a bad thing. In fact, I think because of how short the runtime is, it actually fits this smaller stage pretty well. The faster paced rapping that gives exposition, quick song bridges, high tempo beat, short loop, mixed with the saxophone that really wants you to notice it, it gives off the vibe that they really meant for it to be played over and over again and not get tired of it, just like the stage. That being said, when going back to the stage, sometimes I do see myself getting tired of it. The lyrics specifically. I do wish there was more in the lyrics other than Knuckles telling us what happened in the last cutscene and then, What he said was important, but it's not worth listening to the song over. It's still a good song overall, and it does give the precedent for all future Knuckles stages. God, I can't. For the first song to do it in Sonic Adventure 2, it did a good job. For that, I'm giving it a solid B rank.
Just like Riku said, the song is simple and sweet. Nothing too much is going on here. After all, it is Knuckles' first stage. Yeah, the Master Emerald got took, but this isn't the first time that has happened. So they're clearly thinking that, yeah, everything gonna be all right. We just gonna get it back real quick, you know. Clearly, they don't know what's at stake yet. I don't know if it's just me, but I also like how the music kind of leans into more towards of a blues music more than a hip hop music. So I really like that part too. One thing that I really like about the Knuckles stage music, and this is something that will go along for all the other songs, is the fact that Knuckles is pretty much just giving like his own summarization, giving his own perspective of what's going on in the situation. Like here in Wild Canyon, he tells us he's back, obviously, and of course he tells us how tough he is, you know, trying to stand out, how hard he is and stuff like that, and also showing off his rivalry with Rouge. This is a good way to start off Knuckles' first stage and a good way to introduce Knuckles to people who first play Sonic Adventure 2, or just anybody who doesn't know Knuckles in general. So yeah, definitely a good introducing song for Knuckles' first stage.
Yeah, I feel good.
Now, on to Pumpkin Hill. A rank, no comp. This is my GOAT, my glorious king. From the beat, to the bars, to fucking Knuckles himself, this song was made for people like me. The instrumental itself fits this stage perfectly. When that intro starts playing, and you get a hint of the beat, and he starts talking to you, you can feel the confidence, like you know he's about to eat. Once he starts rapping, and then the clap sample comes in, the way he rides that beat is, it's actually poetic. It feels weird having to have that as a point, but given how the other songs are, it surprisingly is. One of my favorite part of the songs is when that DJ Scratch starts supporting the verse and he starts spitting bars. It's like what? Speaking of, this is by far the best verse Knuckles has ever given us, point blank. When you listen to what he is saying, when you listen, fuck that. When you hear, you'll notice that he is telling us a story of overcoming your fears for the things that are most important to you. You know, Knuckles is historically scared of ghosts, and that isn't just something you can just see while playing the stages, or something that just happened in the last cutscene. No, that small info about Knuckles is something you need to actually hear in this song to know. And even him being scared and kind of confused, he still got to keep his mind straight because he knows people are relying on him. That's a bar! Not to mention when the high-pitched ghost sample starts supporting the actual best chorus we heard from Knuckles since, it really ties the song together into having that eerie flying vibe. This song was ahead of its time. Too good for 2001. Everything is just perfect. No doubt, this is comfortably sitting in A tier.
Now, usually I like to stand different from the crowd. I like to stand out. I don't want to go with everybody else. But when it comes to Pumpkin Hill, I gotta be like everybody else. This song is an absolute banger. 9 out of 10 people are gonna tell you that Pumpkin Hill is their favorite Knuckles stage song. I may not like the stage itself, but I definitely like the song. It definitely brightens my mood. It really gives off that early 2000s hip-hop rap, but it still stands strong to this day. It's still aged like fine wine. I like how in the lyrics it's basically portrayed that Knuckles did have some fear going in here. He wasn't all that confident, but he still got to stand 10 toes and got to do whatever it takes to retrieve the Master Emerald. And considering, you know, recent controversies with M.E, the guy who made the Knuckles theme songs in Sonic Adventure 2, I don't know. I don't really think it's likely for Pumpkin Hill, and matter of fact, all the other stages to ever have any kind of remix in future Sonic games, you know, any future renditions, which now I'm starting to think about it. I don't think there really has been any modern renditions of all of Knuckles stages. So yeah, this is probably the best Knuckles stage music in the entire game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I may not actually like the stage itself, but the music definitely makes things a little bit better for me. And it's definitely a song that I would play in the background if I'm doing homework or something.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Hey, you guys joined the video? Probably are, because you're still watching this. Consider subscribing, liking, all the other YouTube bullshit. Hey, appreciate y'all. Back to the video. Taking a dive in Aquatic Mine 8. It was more challenging to rank this theme, simply because it's the most different out of the other ones, both in stage and in song. It's more laid back, less open, and has the most defining gimmick out of them all, being it's a water level. Now, being different is not a bad thing, but being the most different out of the other themes, I had to change how I listen to the song in order for me to do it justice. The first thing you'll notice that's unique only to this song is that there's a bass guitar doing the same melody only in the left channel, and I kinda love it. No other Knuckle theme uses both left and right channels to this extent. The instrumental constantly switched between left and right in order to, in my headcanon, simulate that wavy liquid feel. Plus, with the use of the stereotypical water motif, it's such a nice way to say indirectly, this is a water level, without saying, this is a water level. I love how natural it feels having the song on repeat because of how lo-fi pilled it is. Something that is more direct though are the lyrics. It's so straightforward in his verses, describing the general atmosphere of the stage and where he's at like Wild Canyon, but also giving the insight of how Knuckles feels and what he's thinking like Pumpkin Hill. Besides hinting on the fact that he's so desperate for a break and some time to relax, he doesn't really say anything we haven't heard before. A mix of both, but not better than either of them. Generally, I will listen to Aquatic Mine's theme more, but that's because I have a bias for more relaxing songs. I wish that it was going to be this different with its instrumental, then it's also going to be different with its lyrics. I'm giving this theme a C tier. Not the best theme, but also not a bad one.
I hate water levels with a passion, but it ain't gonna stop how I feel about its theme. Aquatic Mine gotta be one of my favorite theme songs out of Knuckles' rap songs in this game. Despite how much I like this song, you know, it doesn't really have much to do with the actual story itself. It just describes Knuckles and his purpose as a Master Emerald protector and all that. But other than that, it's pretty chill. I mean, he just wants to talk about how he doesn't really want to do all that. He just wants to be chilling and stuff like that, but he does have a duty to fulfill, which I can respect. And honestly, if it wasn't for the lyrics and the stage itself, I would think that this music would belong to like anything. Like honestly, this music comes off more as like a lobby soundtrack, you feel me? Like let's just say you're chilling in some kind of waiting room or something. I would think that music would belong there. But despite all that, this song is still probably one of my favorites out the theme songs, so nothing really too crazy I can say about this one. It's just a certified hood classic.
Not too bad.
On to my favorite personal theme, Death Chamber. Death Chamber, Death Chamber, oh Death Chamber. I understand this is probably everyone's least favorite Knuckles stage, and I can definitely see why. The long corridors, confusing stage layout, the fucking timed doors and keys, but honestly, it's not that bad. Look, if you're still getting confused on where to go and what to do in a Sonic game, when there's a map and a key locator literally right there, then get fucking good, nigga. Honestly, skill issue. Hey, me personally, I don't mind the stage. Mainly because, I mean, it's my personal favorite Knuckles theme. It's not a good too, of course. I love this song. Like I said before, I have a bias for more relaxing, more chill songs. And this is the most R&B styled song out of all the Knuckle themes. And the chorus encapsulates that so well. It's so simple, but also so addicting. Not every chorus needs to be hard dick like Pumpkin Hill. Although, I can agree and say that Pumpkin Hill's chorus is objectively the better one. But being that R&B is my favorite genre of music, you can see why I love this chorus and why this is my favorite chorus out of them all. And in the context of how the song is, more is less here. It fits well with how the instrumental already is. Imagine if the song had a tough ass chorus like Pumpkin Hills with literally no verse like it had now. This song would have been ass.
That was tough.
A dead ass D rank, no comp. Thankfully, they didn't do that. Instead of not having a traditional verse, they had Knuckles and Sonic talking throughout the song. It's so charming. It shows the dynamic Sonic and Knuckles have that you don't get to see a lot in the game. They barely talk to each other in general, so having this small but big lore-centered conversation here is actually goated. It's nice to see Knuckles is slowly going through some character development and changing for the better to help his friends. Also, Sonic is being the mature one here. He basically tells Knuckles to stop being stubborn and think. Even though they don't see eye to eye, we need to help each other because we both have a common goal. Listening to these lyrics, that's something I wouldn't expect Sonic to say. Just like I wouldn't expect a song like this to play in a stage called Death Chamber. This theme does not match the stage at all, but maybe it's not supposed to. Like a little bit of irony sprinkled right in there. Overall, the addicting chorus and big lore dump carries the song for me. Everything else though is kind of mid. I can and I will glaze this song to the day I die, but I gotta stay realistic and I gotta stay factual. C tier.
I ain't gonna hold you, twin. Death Chamber might be the weakest link. To me personally, Death Chamber sounds more of like a different variation to Aquatic Mine. It doesn't sound all that different from Knuckles' previous stage. And let's talk about the lyrics or lack of lyrics. Really, the only lyrics in this stage is the conversation Knuckles has between him and Sonic. Because basically in the cutscene prior to that, Sonic was basically encouraging Knuckles to go find the shit so they can get out the pyramid and get into the space colony Ark. Other than that, that's really about it. You just hear 100p whispering Death Chamber for the rest of the song. Yeah, that's right. This is also the only song, at least in Spotify, that it doesn't loop the lyrics like all the other songs do. So you don't even get to like rehear that lyric as you're continuing on with the song. The use of the instruments and the beat and all that, it is pretty good, but it just doesn't capture that same feeling I get with all the other stages. Death Chamber's theme song is not really up there on that list. Not gonna lie, it's probably gonna be one of my least listened to Knuckles rap songs.
Not too bad.
And finally, the last of the Knuckles stages, Meteor Herd. With this being the last Knuckles stage you play, there's an overall message surrounding the stage and the song that this is the ending. Having the setting of the stage being in space, the level being overall harder, and the theme having a final life lesson baked in the song, Meteor Herd was definitely made with this being the last stage in mind. That, by the way, is the main reason why I like this theme. It's not because of how it sounds, but the lesson and story it tries to tell you. After leaving his home, getting out of his comfort zone, and being with Team Sonic, Knuckles is finally realizing that he is not actually alone. He stopped being rash, calmed down, and learned how to finally accept them. He even started calling them his friends, something that he never did before. And all of this hits home way more with the context that he's been alone his entire life. I just knew that after hearing this song, that the character arc Knuckles has been going throughout all the themes have finally reached its end here, and he has learned a valuable lesson. Just because you're alone doesn't mean you're alone. You always have friends and families that will support you and be by your side. Don't be like Knuckles and push them away. Don't be like Knuckles and realize that at the very last moment. Don't wait until your world is literally about to blow the fuck up. This level of storytelling and a set of verses is enough. It's enough to make a grown man cry. And we haven't even talked about the actual song yet. It's good. Very catchy song. Nice chorus. Nice vocals. Nothing else really to note. It's an alright song. But the lore inside carries it hard. B tier.
So here's my top 3 favorite theme songs from Knuckles. Number 3, The Aquatic Mine. Number 2, Pumpkin Hill. And number 1, Space Meteor Herd. This is like the most 2000 theme song you'll get from Knuckles stage, bro. It's so certified. There's a reason why there was a trend that people used this sound on TikTok for 2000 video games ads. And to be honest, this is probably like the best stage that actually fits its actual theme song. Like it actually sounds like you're in space compared to all the other stages where, you know, it's supposed to sound like where you actually are. This one just does it the best. I also like the lyrics of this stage, you know, starting off, you know, especially from Sonic Adventure 1, Knuckles always wanted to sound like he was the underdog. He was the one who likes to do things individually. But now here at the end of Sonic Adventure 2, he talks about the friends that he made along the way and how he's going into space to finally put an end to Eggman's plans. And not only do I personally like the music, it's also one of my favorite levels in general. Now I may not have the best knowledge when it comes to instruments, but oh my god, just the combination of how all these things clash with each other is so beautiful. You got the synth wave and you got the little piano notes every now and then, bro, just to keep the shit going. It just gets better and better as you listen to the song. It actually makes me so happy just playing the stage with the music at the back. It actually encourages me to find the Chaos Emeralds around the spot, bro. It just keeps me pumping, bro. It actually motivates me compared to other levels. This is probably why I think Meteor Herd is probably my favorite Knuckles stage, and it's just the music. It just makes it 10 times better. So yeah, I'm gonna glaze this song all day long, bro. You know what? Certified Hood Classic, bro. This got the all-star approval.
Yeah, I feel good.
Oh, you thought we was done with the rankings? You thought we was feeling you? Nah, we still got 2 more songs to cover. Unknown from Me, version 1 and 2. Damn. Now, technically, version 1 is from SA1, but I'm still gonna rank it in the tier list because it doesn't seem fair to talk about all the other Knuckle themes and not the one that started them all. This is the most iconic Knuckles theme by far. The one your mind immediately thinks of. This is Knuckles, and you can definitely see why. It's hard, it gets straight to the point, while describing who he is in his background. This song fits Knuckles to a T. I like how the whole song is basically Knuckles' diary when he starts rapping about his goals and what he fights for. Wait, if you think about it, this song has a lot of common with the first Knuckles theme we talked about, Wild Canyon. Both give exposition throughout most of the runtime and sets the precedent for what kind of vibe Knuckles is gonna have, all with a jazzy saxophone in the background. This song does it better though, it actually has some girth with it. Why do I write this shit? Not only is the verse a proper length and has more than 10 words, but there is an actual chorus other than yeah, This is what Wild Cannon wanted to be. B tier, but a high B tier. But before I get on to version 2, something to note about both versions that I mentioned before is that these are more like actual songs than themes. The themes we heard before had short verses and quick loops, meant for stages. Unknown From Me actually has reasonable length verses, multiple verses inside, and its length actually reflects the amount of content inside. I love that. And with how similar both versions are, I'm actually surprised that version 2 doesn't get as much recognition as it should. To me, this is objectively a better song. No comp. Shit, where do I start? The intro!
Okay.
That fucking scratch the hook combo was fire! And then the way the hook comes in, it makes you want to bump your head and sing along. Then whatever this is starts coming in and carrying the instrumental, feeling like it's slowly coming in and dropping dick while the verse sneaks in. Not gonna lie, I don't even know what the fuck he's saying. Probably some hard shit. And honestly, I don't care what he's saying. Because you know what my favorite part about this song is? They use a chorus from version 1, put it behind the verse like a good little boy, and then let him cook. That man's song is hard out, dude. That's how you use vocals. The chorus in version 1 felt a little bland to me, like it was missing something. This is what they was missing. Flavor. And again with that goddamn signature saxophone just killing niggas in the back. Oh my god. I don't think I was ever this hyped up from listening to a Sonic song in my life. I remember the first time I thoroughly listened to the song, I almost bust everywhere. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is objectively the best Knuckle theme in Sonic Adventure 2. Best composition, best mixing, best instrument use, best vocals. This song is an easy A tier. Blitz! The only bad thing about this song is the fact that no one mentions this song. It's sad to see, but I can see why. This song only plays twice in the main story, and only in the last cutscene with Rouge can you hear his lyrics. This song got hold something serious, I'm not gonna lie to you. And you know what? I want to change that. Let's give this song the recognition it deserves. Don't be a version 1 elitist and pretend the song is bad or doesn't exist. Just because this one thing came first and a lot of people remember having fond memories of liking it as a kid, doesn't mean this newer, older thing is worse just because you're nostalgic as the fuck by kid blind memories and gaslighting about an updated family version of that said older thing. God, that pissed me off. In all seriousness, I believe all these songs should be appreciated for how much detail they have inside. And I also believe that we should appreciate Sonic Adventure 2 more in general for having that much love inside their soundtrack. But of course, we have our own opinions, so I want to hear from you guys. Do you also agree with all my correct and honest, right opinions? Do you think I missed something about your favorite song? Do you also believe that Death Chamber is ranked too low? Let me know in the comments, and we can talk about my amazing naming for my titles as well. Big thanks to zelsharpe for joining me and blessing us with his terrible opinions. Like, absolutely terrible. Oh my god. If you guys did like the video, make sure to subscribe, like, all the other YouTube bullshit. I thank y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.